Hey guys, it's Elizabeth at Tiny Fitness here again. Today I am going to be talking about how to look at your macronutrients in MyFitnessPal and what that means and why it's important, because to me this is one of the real keys of tracking your food and also of using MyFitnessPal to plan your food. So I'm going here to my diary and I'm going to go straight into my nutrition report. I've tracked everything I've eaten so far today here, pretty boring stuff. I'm just going to tap anywhere in the top bar there where it said like my calorie breakdown for the day. And I'm here in my nutrition report, so you can also get there by going to the More menu and choosing Nutrition. It's the one with the pie chart icon next to it. And so I'm here in my nutrition view, and I can see these great reports. I've got a calorie report. We're going to talk about that in a separate video. I've got this list of nutrients, so I can see how I'm doing on sugar and all these things just based on the goals that MyFitnessPal has saved in there for my calorie progress for the day. And the thing we're going to talk about today, which is macros. So I've got this beautiful colored pie chart showing me how my food is breaking down today as far as how many carbohydrates and fat and protein I'm eating relative to each other. This is a really great thing to keep an eye on if you're trying to work on body recomposition, whether that's gaining fat or losing muscle, or maybe you're being bold and trying to do both at once. Your body is going to do that most optimally when you find the macronutrient ratio, and by that I mean the percentage of carbs, fat, and protein that's going to work best for you. And there's a lot of different recommendations out there about how much protein we really need in order to make these changes, and ultimately it's going to be trial and error on your part, and especially under the guidance of your health and fitness professional. Don't just take advice from the internet. You need to work with somebody who can work with you and do whatever tests are needed to help you figure this out. But typically a lot of my clients will come in and they won't be getting quite enough protein. The baseline recommendation for protein is between 0.6 and 0.8 grams per pound of body weight per day, but that's really the minimum amount of protein you need to stay alive. And a lot of people see better athletic performance and a faster change toward the body composition that they're looking for, which is usually lower fat, higher muscle, when they get a little bit more protein in their diets than that minimum baseline requirement. However, like I said, that's all highly individualized, so I don't want to tell you, eat like me, eat 40-30-30, eat more carbs, eat more protein. I can't tell you that on the internet, but I can tell you that when you track your food on MyFitnessPal, a beautiful thing happens, and you get this pie chart, which makes it really easy to see exactly how your food is breaking down. And so the other thing I love about this is you can toggle between day view and week view. And this week view is the most important to me as a trainer, because this is more how your body's going to be looking at your food. Now you can see I haven't been a food tracker over the past week. I'm sorry. Don't be too disappointed in me, coach. But I can see overall how I'm trending. So much more important than how I did on one given day. How am I doing overall as a trend? And I can see overall, my carbs have really been pretty low. Protein and fat have been in that balance that they're shown there. Maybe that's right for me right now. Maybe that's not. I don't want you to try and copy this. All I'm doing here is showing you how to use the app. Don't copy my ratios. They're probably not right for you. So this is my week view of my macronutrients, and like I said, I just want to stress that this is even more important than the single day view, because the single day view can help you make a food decision on the fly. If you're not sure what you should have for a snack, you can check here and say, well gosh, it looks like I'm a little low on protein, or I'm a little low on carbs, or whatever you're low on based on this graph, and you can adjust your snack content accordingly. But most important for overall body composition and changes in athletic performance is going to be to take a look at this week-long view to see how you're trending overall, because that's more how your body's going to respond to the nutritional changes you're making. So once again, to get here, I can just tap. I'm going to tap right here on the top, like on that 1750 where it says 1750 goal. I can tap on that, and it'll pull this up. It remembers what screen I was on. I could also come down here to more in the lower right, and then hit nutrition, and I'll get to the same place where I can go between my day and my week view. Cool. Another tip, I can't show you while I'm doing the screencast. It stops the screencast from recording. If you're in this diary view and you turn your phone sideways, you can see a breakdown of your macronutrient ratios that way as well. It's not a graph, but you can see how many grams of protein and fat and carbs and so on are in the foods that you have chosen so far today. So don't forget, ultimately MyFitnessPal is a meal planning tool rather than a food tracking tool. That's how you're going to get your best use. So what I would recommend is, instead of taking a look back at today and seeing how your macronutrients break down, go ahead and set yourself up for tomorrow. Put your food in tomorrow that you think you're going to eat, and then take a look at that macronutrient pie chart and see, how am I going to do tomorrow? It's much easier to make a course correction in advance than once you've already eaten the food, right? So A little planning can go a long way. Plus, then it's really easy to copy and paste your food entries to subsequent days if you're going to, maybe eat the same thing for lunch or just one of two things for lunch this week. So I hope that little talk about macronutrients and using MyFitnessPal to plan your food ahead and make sure you're getting the right balance of protein, fat, and carbs for you has been helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to me here in the comments or on Instagram, on Facebook, or via email at info@tinyfitnesshouston.com and let me know how I can help you reach your goals faster. Thanks for watching and be well. Happy tracking.